Okay, and we're back. We're back, and we're so fucked. We are so fucked. Who needs ghosts to learn? I need ghosts. Oh, but I could level up my DPS. Let's level you up. Shadow step, shadow slap. Oh my gosh. Fuck it. We need more healing. Let's get rid of our basic attacks. Buried in sand. This character is damaged by a skull. It costs is reduced by 1 and it gains. Oh! That's good. Eh. Oh, by 1. Now let's grab buried by sand. Okay, this. Freezes 1 skill. Ooh, wow, that's good. Okay, what is this? Keep it as a fixed. Let's see. Each turn, the first cast. It's fine. Additional attack. Nope. Let's grab this. Saga. Revenger. Attack twice, counterattack. Ooh, this is that's not. Oh wait, this we could. It's oh, I don't have that. That's Karsaga. Oh well. Never an enemy taunt. Okay, whatever. Turn. Let's. We can grab this one. Okay, let's do some rearranging. This is fine. Get rid of this. We can give it you. Let's do this. You have healing skills. That's a lot of evade, but let's do this. Crown of Thorns. Oh my god, wow. Okay, that's fine. We should just get rid of the evade. It's nice, but it's unreliable. Oh wait, no, it's fine. We can keep you on evade. Okay. Alright, we're gonna lose. It's time to end our long journey into our project once and for all. Alright. We're fucked. Absolutely. Program Master Rule number 7. Oh yeah, what is rule number? The one who obtains the master permissions falls into an internal sleep after 7 days. We were just dead. I feel drowsy. My eyelids are closing. All preparations are complete, however. This is really for the best. Maybe I'm doing the exact same thing as Klein. No, I'm different from that guy. I only did what I needed to. Yes, this will make everyone happy. This is the world that everyone wanted. Anyway, my job here is done. I have to believe that creating this world will have some kind of meaning. It's all meaningless. Don't you agree? Before we can approach the master, he started the conversation. His voice sounded like the middle between a robotic voice and a human voice, and it also had faint hints of Azar's voice, which made it all the more terrifying. What did you just... Ah. No, Phoenix! Phoenix! Phoenix. The same timeline has been repeated for centuries. Yet nothing has changed and nothing has made a difference in the world. Now that I think about it, I've done something really foolish, haven't I? Program Master. It's been a long time, Lucy. You're the real Azar. You've done well in awakening me. I thought if it's Klein, then maybe, but I've never expected to see the world again. Phoenix, what are you saying? What are you speaking like? What did you do to Phoenix? So wait, hold up. Klein said to not trust Azar. Phoenix, it's no big deal. I just have a little grudge against this guy. It hardly matters at this point, but I also don't feel like talking about it, so I'll keep this guy trapped. Okay, so I thought that Azar was the traitor, but since he's just a replica, he didn't really need the potion. Maybe he's not the betrayer, or whatever. There's no point in struggling. Anything you say in that cage will come out as bird noises. Isn't it the perfect voice for that look? It suits you well. Go, Phoenix. We're not here to fight, we're here to talk. Talk? Hear us out. The catastrophe outside is already over. You can go out to the real world now. The real world. See? So you still don't know anything. What? Even if you're not here to fight me, you have no choice but to do so. Because I'm about to destroy this world right here and now. Destroy this world. Before I fell asleep, I thought about a lot of things. Endless doubts about whether I was doing the right thing, whether there was no other option. I had a lot of thoughts, but no regrets. Because it was a world made for everyone's sake. I fell asleep, hoping everyone would deny their own destiny. In the end, it was all for naught. Nothing has changed in this world and no meaning has come to it. All these years, just for everyone to repeat the same actions for centuries. I was devastated. My faith was shattered, and finally realized that what I had done was no different from what Klein did, forcing his ideals onto everyone. It would have been better if I never woke up. What are you saying? You understand, Lucy? Your goal of going out to the real world was nothing more than a mirage that will never come to be. Now that I've woken up, I can't let my fellow people in the Ark Project continue to dream in vain. Wait! If you destroy this virtual world, what happens to us who are inside of it? Isn't it obvious? Nothing will be left of us. Such is our nature. From the beginning, we were a meaningless existence destined to perish. Once the infinite loop world was created, our time has stopped. I believe that way everyone could continue to live our lives happily. However, the reality wasn't like that. In the name of protecting people, I made everyone's life was worse than death. I stole this husk of a world filled with nothing but endless stagnation. It's a world that I created, so it's only right that I end it. Phoenix. Planning on destroying the world he created? And if that happened, I didn't come all the way here just to die. Not just me. My allies, Phoenix, and the others who've lost their memories will be also put in danger. For the sake of everyone, I have no clue but to face... Oh, I have no choice but to face off against the Master. Master, I don't understand why you're trying to destroy this world, but I won't let you do as you please. I have to stop you no matter what. I'll save everyone. And we'll go out to the real world. Have you still not realized the truth of this world? Maybe you won't understand just from hearing it very well. Turning everything to naught is the Ark's hope, and it is what I must do. Oh, fuck. I'll make you understand that everything is meaningless in the face of insurmountable fate.
Yeah, we're gonna die. We're gonna die. What potions you have? Aim to react blue all debuffs. Just like that. Ooh, we can get a just aim. Just do that right off the bat. What is happening? Okay.
I don't really have any barriers, unfortunately. You can do this, you can do accelerated formula. Or we can stun actually. No, we can't. Need 2 more stacks. Need 2 more stacks. God damn it. You buried in sand. I should have. No, I shouldn't do that. So we're gonna do accelerated formula. So we need that barrier. Holy fuck. Why did we take so much damage? What the hell, man? I want to stun him, so we're just gonna do this. Oops. Oh, okay, you lived. Good dodge, good dodge, good dodge. I wanted to apply bandage. We can definitely do, I want to do that. Okay, we can grab protective barrier and just use it. Oh, fuck. Okay, we only you get one protected barrier. God damn it. Keep forgetting, that's a different one. That's a different one. That's a completely different one. No crit. Oh my god, why do you have so much damage? What the heck? Why do you have so much damage? Do this. Ah, damn it. I fucked up. I'm gonna apply bandage. Frozen. It's gonna have to go to you. That's fine. Grab a barrier from someone. We're gonna wait. Eh. Ow. Thanks. Grab death's door. Do snap. I want to use shadow curtain. This isn't really good right now. I'm gonna pick up. No, let's just go with this. Let's grab shadow raid. Do this. Then we can do shadow curtain. Give it to you. Now you're stunned. Get fucked. Absolutely. I have really no heals, unfortunately. Let's heal up. We didn't get a barrier. Oh well. Nice. I don't know what that did. Oh, you're gonna become invincible? What's this do? Ooh, okay, restore 1 mana whenever we play 8 skills. Skill in hand that costs for above or by 3. Okay, it's right now to use pinwheel. But we don't really have much right now. Okay, on your right side. Okay, good, you missed. I don't really have anything. I really gotta grab more healing skills. This isn't really good right now because we can do Shining Pillar. Do this. I wish I got more draws, but I do not. That's gonna do a lot of damage. No crit. Let's do this. We can draw a skill. We should draw a skill. Or if I get no, we should draw a skill. We can use that. I don't want to use that right now. Let's do this. We can do this. Damn, look at that. We don't really need to shadow curtain right now. Not that we can't anyways. We can freeze you. This is fine. We were stunned. Ah, damn it. We can do pickup. I already have a barrier right now. Pick this. Let's try to grab that focus up right now. Really wish we gotta heal. I'm gonna keep that. Let's do this. Let's take some pain damage, please. What is happening? That's not good. All eyes, pains, juice. It's fine. After playing 10 skills from next skill. Ooh, 80. I never lose. Oh, let's do this. We need to heal. And we really only have one heal. Unless I can draw into a heal. Did not draw into a heal. Very unfortunate. Oh wait. Get 3 exchanges. That's not a heal. We can just do Shadow Curtain. Gotta just grab. Okay, this is what we're looking for. This will get us out from a dangerous spot. Do this. Now we're fine. Now we wait. Damn it, dodge. Do a 5 bandage. We just got a heal right now, but we do have that. Okay. Do this. Hopefully no one dies. I prioritize heal. Do healing arc. Grab our barrier. I wish I could use that, but I cannot right now. That's great. Crit. Good damage. You can be frozen. Yeah. Good. Can't really do anything. I'll just draw a card. That's not the best. Okay, we can heal. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna have to take this. We need to heal. Okay, we're safe. Look at this damage, dude. Man, first cost. Already have potions. I guess we can just grab that. I don't know. It's gonna be more important. I think you are gonna be more important. Ah, damn it. Oh, dodged. Okay. Yes. That's not good. Apply bandage. So destroyed when stunned. How much will this heal? 12. Damn it. I'm looking for a different card. I'll do this first. So this will kill it. Surprisingly enough, this will kill it. Let's do this, just kill it right off the bat. I don't know the shenanigans. What the heck? Oh, we can freeze. Can draw. Let's draw. Do this. We should have done this first. There you go. How are you not alive? Take 14 on the right side. That's fine. Oh, you're dead. Okay, you're not dead. I thought you would be. Shadow Raid. So we can go Shadow Raid. Shockwave. This sucks. I don't really have any healing right now. Ah. Damn it, that was such a bad draw. Holy shit. Regardless, you're fucking dead. I would like to withdraw that, but I don't really have anything. Yikes. Yeah, you're dead. Wait, I didn't lose though. Wait, I lost? What? What happened? I don't even know why I lost. Why did I lose? No, seriously, why did I lose? Like, if one party member dies, I lose? It's kind of bullshit. Oh, whatever. Get still barrier, it's good. Why did we lose? I don't know. I already have 4. I guess we are gonna have to end up using our potions. Nah, scrap that mana. We can just do this. We can do just aim. Really shield bash? No, we don't do shield bash. We just gotta get ready for shadow curtain. Let's heal up. Already care for shield bash. Do healing art. Just aim into this. Game focus equal to. I could just do damage, honestly. And freeze you. And draw cards. We'll just draw cards. It's fine, you can attack. Yep. Fine. Perfect. We are healing up. We are healing. I guess we can go with the bomb spiral. Oh, everything is like +0, bro. Do this. Need heals. Yeah, I need heals. Heal yourself, please. I don't really need this quite yet. Do first class stabbing. So we can do pickup. I want to wait. See who she attacks. Okay. I think I waited. Apply the bandage. He floats in. So you can just do this. Should stop being stingy with that. Do healing art. Do this. Nice, we're gonna get all the buffs. Do an accelerated formula. I'm just gonna do a shit ton of damage. Everything gets double teamed, so that's good. It's fine, you can do shadow. You're already evading, so you can just do it on her. Now you're stunned. Perfect for a turn. Whenever Lucy, we don't use those if the plane tense goes. I think that's all we want. And I think we have to end our turn. To adjust aim, I guess. Grab a first class to heaven. You have a lot of barriers still. We can do this. Stunned. Itch. Nice crit. Nice, 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 nice. 2 massive fragments. And draw. Don't care about this, but we'll wait. Now we use 2 potions. I've already passed the 4th turn. We haven't used our potions yet. No. Maybe this will help. Let's do this. Do this. I'm gonna wait. Nice dodge. Nice fucking dodge. Nice fucking dodge, guys. And we'll just keep increasing our barrier, bro. Do this. No crit. Freeze you again. Damn it. So close. So close. You're so close. Crit! That went better. Oh wow, that was it? Bro, how did I lose that one time? I swear to you, like... Okay, whatever. Maybe I did die and I just never realized it. I lost. How can this be? No, I can't disappear like this. Yeah, yeah, Lucy. You did it, Lucy. So I guess I was kind of afraid there was another boss gimmick. I wasn't like targeting him. I should have just targeted him. Is it over? Yeah, we can now go to the real world with everyone. Suddenly I noticed the shining particles being absorbed into my body. Oh, so Lucy's dead. Her internal sleep, so it didn't hurt and evoked a feeling that I'd never felt until this point. An omnipotent feeling, as if I could achieve anything I set my mind to. This is... Congratulations, Lucy. Remember what Azar said? I'm the program master. At your current state, you'll be able to achieve anything you can imagine. Now try to imagine what you need to do. What I need to do. There's only one thing, the one thing we've come out this way for. The outside world. I want to go to the real world. Ooh. As I longed for it in my heart, a huge door appeared before my eyes, as if responding to my wish. Since the inside of the door was filled with dazzling light, I couldn't see the other side, but I was certain that this was it. The door leading to the outside world. The real world is past this door. Looking back on it, we've sure been through a lot. You worked hard, you see. This would have been impossible without your help, I really mean it. It wasn't just me, it was thanks to everyone. Now let's get back to the real world. I looked at Phoenix face to face and nod. Having achieved our goal that first seemed impossible, we stepped towards the door. Towards the real world we've been yearning for. This is the ending? No way, man. System, Ark Program ID, UC Chio, memory data upload complete. System terminating process. Now exiting to the real world. Oh, Phoenix. Huh? Phoenix? What is this place? What about the real world? Huh? You should be in the real world by now. That's right, you escaped to the real world. What do you mean? This is still the virtual world, isn't it? Yep, this is the virtual world. Don't worry, Lucy. Ourselves in the real world should have woken up safely by now. What? Ourselves in the real— oh shit. We're still here though. As soon as you opened that door, the current you, the virtual Lucy's memory data should have overwritten the memories of the real Lucy. What? Lucy in the real world must be thinking she safely escaped having won the battle against the Master. So we're just two different entities now? Lucy, people born in the virtual world cannot become people in the real world. But yourself in the real world could have inherited all your memories by now, so there's nothing to worry about. In the end, ourselves in reality are no different from who we are. So what's happening to us? My head fails to keep up with this sudden development. No matter where I look, the only thing I can see is the pitch black void. Phoenix, I don't understand a single thing you're saying. My memory should have overwritten the memories of the real Lucy? And why am I not waking up in the real world? Phoenix? What? In a split second I averted my eyes, the figure of Phoenix disappeared like smoke. When I come back to my senses, the only thing left in this place is myself. Ah, 'cause you're the program master now. Phoenix, where is everyone? Where did you all go? Is anyone here? How can this be? Is this supposed to be a joke? We all promised to go to the real world together. But why? Why did this happen? Why can't I go out? Why am I... The end? Yeah? Yeah? Really? Really? What the fuck? Oh wait, no, it's not the end. Look at the cast, bro. Dude, there's another boss? Oh my god. How many soul tier 1 backs am I gonna have? Okay, it's you again. How are you feeling? Oops. Vision is clear, no problem with my movement. I'm a little nervous to be the first test subject. Strictly speaking, you are not the first one. I've conducted tests on myself prior to this. Well, anyway, could you try briefing the current situation as you remember it? Where do I start? My name is Stella, an astronomer from the Ark project research team. I just entered the virtual world as part of an individual login test. I am currently sitting on a chair in a room that is completely white and empty. Okay, acknowledged. Wow, this is fascinating. So my real body is sleeping, but it's possible to synchronize my mind with the virtual world. Mr. Klein, once this test is over, all that remains is for everyone to log into the Ark, right? Yes, as long as there's no problems. Already looking forward to that. Hold on, we're not finished just yet. Sit down for a moment. The input of memory data seems to be perfect. The next is output. This time we'll see if you can remember what happened in the virtual world when you wake up in the real world. Can you see the number written on this note? 1412? Remember this number well. When you come out to the virtual world, I will ask you what number you saw. If you remember it correctly, it's a success. Got it. I'll terminate the connection in 10 seconds, and it doesn't terminate. Does it? Seems like you remembered the number correctly. Now then, this is the final question. Alright. When you were inside the virtual world, how did you know that you were Stella? What? No need to think too hard, just explain how you felt. I don't know, because I'm Stella? I see, alright then. What was that question for? Did I ever give a proper answer? Don't worry about it, it's nothing important. Good, so there's no problem with memory input and output. This should suffice. By the way, are you feeling okay? Do you notice any symptoms? Not at all. I feel fresh like I've never logged in. That's a relief. Good work, the test is now concluded. Should head home and get some rest. Okay, if there's anything else I can help you, you can call me anytime. Have a nice day. Klein? Mr. Klein? Oh, it is. It is making separate entities. Mr. Klein, can you hear me? Never it seemed there's a problem on this end. Why is the avatar still here? Mr. Klein, it's been well over 10 seconds. Have you not closed the connection yet? Mr. Klein, you're still there, right? Stop joking around and let me out of here. There's nothing here, so I'm starting to get a little scared, okay? Klein, are you listening to me? You could have set the avatar to disappear as soon as the connection terminated. Is there a mistake somewhere, or were the settings simply not applied? Either way, I'm glad I found out before the project started. Mr. Klein, please tell me if I heard wrong, but I think I heard my own voice in the outside world a moment ago. Can't be right. It shouldn't be possible, right? Mr. Klein, the connector behind you. I'm still in there, right? My body? Asking my body's still in there. Calm down, Stella. Huh? You in the real world has already concluded the test and left the room. So there's no need to worry. You in the real world is alive and well. What? I'm connected here, but I already concluded the test and left? What do you mean I'm still here though? Listen to me well. This may be hard to believe, but you're an entity that was just created in the virtual world. You're another Stella who was created at the same time the real Stella fell asleep. Another Stella? I was just created? You mean to say that I'm a fake, so that's how the fake Azor came to be? There's no way. But I am Stella. I grew up looking at the stars in the night sky and set my sights on outer space. And now dream of one day traveling to space. There's no way I'm not the real Stella. I'm only connected to the virtual world. How does it make sense that I suddenly become two people? Yes, the Ark project allows you to enter cold sleep while simultaneously connecting to the virtual world. Or that's what everyone believes, but it's a lie. It's a lie? I've been conducting research for a long time, but it was impossible to enter cold sleep and connect to the virtual world at the same time. Even if it were possible, we want to be able to guarantee the safety of the users for various reasons. Instead, I opted for a different method. It's a method of duplicating people's brain data upon entering cold sleep and simulating them in a virtual world. Did you say? It's time to wake up. The original brain data is overwritten with the duplicated data. It should theoretically feel no different from logging in out of a virtual world. This way, everyone can safely carry out the project. Wow. But if it's so inhumane to copy our consciences like that, I have no choice. This is the only way for everyone to safely survive the great catastrophe. Don't be ridiculous. This breaks so many ethical laws. You're committing a taboo. No, I beg to differ. If you're disposed of and the real Stella awoke, there would have been no issue. If the continuity of memory wasn't broken, there wouldn't be any ethical issues, and you wouldn't have learned the truth either. As things stand, I have no choice but to dispose of you myself. What dispose? I'm truly sorry. This was a mistake on my part. I'll make sure to prevent this from happening ever again by making sure the avatars are disposed of as soon as the connection ends. So that's just kind of a way to say. It's just a workaround. What do you mean dispose of? Mr. Klein, wait, stop this right now. I can understand how you would feel. But try to think about this in a more rational way, and I'm sure you'll realize what's right. Can't be serious, what gives you the right to? Then, farewell, Stella. Leave the remaining work to us and rest in peace. And... Stop it. Don't dispose of me. I don't want to die. I don't want to disappear like this. Stop it! Stop it! What? What did I... Are you awake? Master? This is bad. This is really bad. I did manage to pick my way out of the bird cage, but what is this dark space? A dark space that appeared out of nowhere. Master and Lucy suddenly vanished inside the space that separated the world inside and outside it. Damn it, what's going on inside there? Wait, so was Phoenix not in there? Is Czar? What was that? What happened just now? Oh, so we didn't really battle? He was just showing us something? What you saw is just... What you just saw is the future in which you achieve your goal. It's the future where you defeat me and go out to the real world. You weren't fighting against me in the first place. What you saw was only a possibility that could have happened. The moment the memory data is transferred to the real world, we automatically remove the data from the virtual world that served its purpose. Such is our fate and our inevitable future. Hell, I wanted you to understand the situation we're all in, the reason I said you couldn't go out to the real world. Like you said, I once made a desperate attempt to return to the real world. But it was no use. Even with the godlike powers of the Program Master, there was no way to escape our fate. Now that you understand everything, you probably realized. What you and I were trying to do was in truth making us all disappear. As soon as we go out to the real world, we will cease to exist. None of us can go out to the real world. That's why I was gonna make you disappear and whatever, semantics. Is this the truth? Is this the ending I worked so hard for? Then my dad. Why did my dad hide the truth? If we all knew the truth, nobody would want to go to the real world. I was trying to hide the fact that we would exist and that we would be sacrificed. All for the sake of passing our memories to our bodies in the real world. I don't really see a problem, but I can see a problem. Like if you're gonna disappear, and like your memories are gonna go to your, it's whatever. It was only using us as tools for the Ark project's success. Then what meaning did our lives have? For what reason did we fight and struggle to go out to the real world? Lucy, didn't you tell me that you wanted to go to the real world and live peacefully with your dad? Safely completing the Ark project, rebuilding our society, one day building a family with a loved one, and living a normal and happy life. That's also what I wanted. But you realize now, don't you? We're meaningless beings who don't have a place to return to. Technically, this is more a dilemma. It's like create two separate entities, but the one entity is just passing the torch to the other entity, And it's set up in a way where the entity in the virtual world will disappear once the entity in the real world wakes up, right? So technically speaking, you're passing on the torch. That's what your existence was meant for, and you're still technically the same person. As long as you don't figure out that your virtual self is a separate entity and you disappear, and everything would have probably been fine, but again, it's that gray area, right? Like you're returning to where you originally were supposed to be in. Going out to the real world, okay, it was an impossible endeavor to begin with. No, Lucy, your eyes. At least impossible for anyone living inside this world. Exactly. It's as soon as we go to the real world, we will cease to exist. But you're just going back to your original place. Lucy. Master Phoenix to the rescue. Eat this. Lucy, are you okay? Don't worry, I'm here to save you. Let's end this and go out to the real world together. Lucy, what's wrong? Did something happen? Are you hurt anywhere? Did the master do something to you? Lucy, say something. Lucy! Lucy! What? Huh? Be quiet. Lucy! What are you doing? Why are you... Phoenix, you knew, didn't you? The truth of this world. You knew what going out to the real world meant. How am I doing this, you ask? Why did you do this to me? Why did you not tell me? Why did you trick me all this time? Sorry. I mean to trick you, I was just scared. Is this the right thing you were talking about? Making fools of people who don't know anything. That's not it, Lucy. I only wanted to protect your hope. Thought if you knew the truth, you'd lose hope. But Lucy, you have a grand mission to save humanity. Think of our mission. Think of everyone alive right now in the real world. It feels so empty. I think we're only beings who had to die for the sake of reality. Lucy. Just like how activating the clock tower was pointless. So is going out to the real world. But it's doing something! It is doing something, but yeah, I can understand if you're, again, a replica and you realize that you're only okay, you know, whatever. No, I know the truth. There's no reason to activate the clock tower. Nor is there a reason to go out to the real world. If you don't go out to the real world now, humanity will never again wake up. Everyone's gonna die. There's no going back from this. If we give up now, then stop. Stop it, Phoenix. Every time you talk about reality, it feels like my existence is being denied. So just stop it, please. I don't want to hear this anymore. No. It's no use, Phoenix. Lucy now understands the whole situation. Will no longer try to go out to the real world. Now there's no reason for Lucy to fight me or try to stop me. It's there. Why? Why do you want to destroy this world so much? We'll all die either way if you destroy this world. Then isn't waking up humanity a far better alternative? Yeah, I was saying, like, if you don't do this, you're just gonna kill both worlds. No. As Lucy said, we were only created to wake up humanity in the real world. Our lives have no other value. That's why I will deny the very reason for existence. Destroying this world and letting the human race who made us this way die with us? It's the least we can do in return. Now that everything settled, let us begin. No! Lucy, run away! Hear the quiet gesture. Energy starts to gather in the master's hand once again. And where the hand was pointed to was... Lucy. Even though it was a meaningless journey, I want to pay my respects to your growth that allowed you to reach this far. Don't do it! Damn it! Because of this sword. Lucy! Struggled for far too long. Rest easy now. Don't do it! Phoenix! No, you're gonna get erased! Phoenix. Phoenix, hit by a beam of light, fell helplessly in front of me. Phoenix's body began to glitch and dissipate little by little, just like Azar's did. Are you okay, Lucy? What did you just do? Why did you protect me? Everyone's going to disappear soon anyway. You're a dummy, aren't you? That's true. You're right, I am a dummy. If it was gonna end like this anyways, I wish I could have mustered up the courage a bit earlier. Lucy. You know, I still can't forget what you said to me. On that day in the Crimson Wilderness, what you said to me at the archive. From that moment on, I was finally able to face reality and change. Even though you at the time disappeared with the loop, I still remember even now what you said back then. the expression on your face, the emotions you left. Because I saw you on that day, because you were there on that day. I am where I am now. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't even thought of ending the Ark project. The crackling, glitching noises became louder and more frequent. At the same time, Phoenix's body gradually loses its shape. What have you done, Phoenix? Master. After all you did for centuries just to save your own life, why would you do such a thing? Why? I promised to help Lucy. I won't accept Lucy disappearing before my eyes. I can understand why you fell into despair and why you're trying to destroy this world. I get it. In the end, it's all my responsibility. Just like how you told Lucy a truth she couldn't handle, I also told you a truth you couldn't handle. Even so, I know it's ironic for me to say this after all this time. But can you try to save everyone just one more time? I want you to return to your past self. Master, no. Azar. I am not Azar. I'm a virtual being made from the brain of a person named Azar. Nothing but a worthless fake. You really think you're a fake? Every emotion you felt, every decision you've made in this virtual world, and even your heart, they're all nothing but fake. Keep insisting we're meaningless beings, but you're wrong. The hearts we all have are anything but fake. It's only you who wants to believe that we're all meaningless. Reality or the Ark project doesn't matter anymore. I don't want Lucy to suffer anymore, so don't try to destroy everything. Let Lucy live a happy. Phoenix disappeared, unable to continue the speech. In that spot, there was no longer a bird with fiery wings. Only the fleeting golden particles in the air showed that Phoenix was once there. Phoenix down. Round 2, let's go. Phoenix. It's only me who wanted to believe everything was meaningless. It's all meaningless. Nothing has changed, or so I thought. But it seems that's not the entire picture. Yeah, Phoenix changed. People's personalities changed. How ironic. This time I was planning to end everything along with this world. Alright, Phoenix. I'll entertain you just one more time. What do you mean? What are you trying to do? You see, I'll stop trying to destroy this world. Instead, I'll create a new world. This time an ideal world where everyone can live out the rest of their lives in peace. What? There will be no revenge against Klein, no infinite loop, and no eternal life. In other words, a world that is identical to the real world. Everyone will continue to live in our once ordinary world before the catastrophe took place. Forgetting everything that happened and only happy and peaceful memories. Living here would be a right that we should already have had. That is, our one and only life and death. That is all. Because this world will not loop, it will eventually come to an end. But I wager you could live a far more fulfilling life compared to this meaningless infinite world. A new world. Our once ordinary world? What is the master saying? You have a confused look on your face. Maybe I want to ask why I suddenly changed my mind. I remind you, it's the same outcome for me whether I destroy this world or create a new one. I don't have much time left in this world. It won't be long before I fall asleep again for good this time. An eternal sleep no different from death. However, that is not the case for you all. There is still a path for you to live peacefully. Of course, there's no way to avoid your eventual fate, but at least you could spend your remaining time in happiness. Although I have no intention of forgiving the actions Phoenix did in the past, Phoenix gave up the life they were guarding for several hundreds of years to protect you. And though I thought everything in this world was meaningless, the action moved my heart just a little. So now, I'm going to have faith just one more time, on the possibility that everyone in this world can become happy. With this, you, me, and Phoenix, everyone will be able to find the meaning of their own lives. Master, having finished his words, raised his arm. From the ring of light behind the Master, a cluster of white energy emerged and space itself began to tremble. An ordinary world without an infinite loop or eternal life. A world where we can all forget about our memories and live happily. It might be a better option than disappearing. Suddenly I noticed that my surroundings have become a little noisy. It's my allies. The allies have fought by my side until this point. However, I cannot make out what they are saying. They're trying to shout something at me, but it's not reached my ears. Yes, everyone is oblivious to the truth. From everyone else's point of view, it might be better to forget everything and live in peace and die from the world being destroyed. And I feel the same way. If only there's a way to forget these memories instead of dying. If only I could forget everything that's happened until this point and live happily. And I wouldn't need to feel this despair. But hope. We need hope. There's despair, there's hope. Is there anything I've learned from Danganronpa? There's always hope. Maybe this is why Phoenix made a sacrifice. Phoenix wanted to save me, so Phoenix would also be happier if I lived peacefully in the new world. It's impossible to defeat the Master anyways. Yes, I should forget everything and accept the peaceful life that I so desperately wanted. The new world that Master will create.
Escape, escape, escape. Go to menu.
Accept it. Damn it, I thought pressing escape would do something. Let's accept it. This is the best conclusion. A world where everyone can be happy. The world that everyone wanted. Yes, that's all you need to say, Lucy. This will be the happiest conclusion for all of us.
Oh, Prezzo, what do you say? Prezzo, let's go.
As I accept the Master's offers, the allies next to me raised their voices at me. I don't want to hear it. I don't care what happens anymore. The energy emitted from the ring of light begins to grow. The now massive cluster of energy was preparing to create a new world, just like the Big Bang. I can no longer hear the voices of my allies. Surrounded by the tremendous light and noise, my mind is finally at peace. Soon all of this pain and suffering will end. I'm off to school. Okay, are you sure you didn't miss anything? Not this again, Dad. When are you gonna stop treating me like a kid? Did you think I'd forget to bring? What about your lunch? A simple mistake, only for today, I promise. How can I not worry when you're this clumsy? As I said before, only for today. Besides, you're not much better either, Dad. Go shave your beard and wash your apron. I see. Okay then. I'm off now. I'll be a little late because of club activities. Bye-bye. Have a good day. I feel like if I pressed escape and exit, maybe it gave me a different ending. A peaceful walk to school as always. A minor quarrel with my dad as always. My parents divorced when I was very little, so I don't even remember my mother's face. However, my dad and I continue to live happy lives together. The weather's nice today. The warm sunlight and the smell of freshly cut grass. The slightly muggy weather of early summer tells us that summer is fast approaching. The people around me seems to be in good spirits. Whenever I greet the adults going out on a jog or make fun of the neighbor's dog, always sparks in my presence. I also start to feel uplifted. The things I experience every morning is what energizes my drowsy walk to school. And as always, when I feel like I might be running late for school, I start to rush downhill with light footsteps. The famous spot where you can see the most beautiful scenery in our village. Whenever I pass this place, I feel grateful that the world continues to stay peaceful. Suddenly I look towards the sky and see a bird flying high with its back to the sun. To be that size at such a distance, it must be a really large bird. I wonder where it's going. Nah, this could be bad. I check the time and step up my pace to avoid being late. I wonder what kind of fun things will be waiting for me at school today. Am I happy? Someone asked me this question, I'd be able to answer with confidence. In this moment, I'm happy. I've been happy for as long as I can remember, and I have no doubt I'll continue to be happy. Because our futures will always continue to shine brightly. Oh, wow, I did get the bad ending. Oh, man. So do I have to do all of that again? Oh, fuck me, dude. Fuck me. So we're not done yet. You can even see that we're not living in the real. We chose the wrong pill. Good game, though. Good game. We're not done, but shit. So we got the king ending, this ending. So there's probably another ending. Really good. Really good. I refuse to believe this is the last one. Can we skip? Oh, we can. Okay, there you go. Thank you, people. Not that I'm not gonna remember your names. Oh, damn, that's a lot of people. Ooh, wow. So that was just the arc, just slowly, not the arc. I guess oh, cool, expert clear, perfect. So we're not done, unfortunately. Oh, fuck me. How do we get the true ending then? There has to be one more ending. Oh wait, is it? There you go. To view the other, at least one of your party members must have a golden. You wish to continue the story. Okay. I was about to say, I would have been very disappointed if that was it. But yeah, oh. I need to see the other ending. But yeah, wow. I guess I'm gonna read the rest of the journal entries. One party member has... Okay, so was that like... So I'm guessing what we're gonna get is a true ending now. But technically that was also another ending. Which wasn't, honestly, if you think about it, it wasn't really that bad of an ending. If you could just infinitely live forever until, you know, you die, then, like... You know, overheated justice, can the Ashen Order be left to their devices? Author, Insight Column. But after I read everything, I'm just gonna end the stream, because that's a good place to end it. First activities of the Ashen Order began with exposing the corruption of the corporation and causing its downfall. Yeah, a pharmaceutical company with global reach recruits 3 volunteers by disguising a dangerous biological experiment as a safe clinical trial. During this process, a tragedy occurs to the volunteers, and the outraged public demands strong punishment for the company. However, the court administers a slap on the wrist for one executive responsible for the experiment. This pushes the public's frustration to the breaking point, and eventually a few people gather accomplices online to attack the headquarters. The attack fortunately resulted in no casualties, but several innocent employees who were not involved in the experiment suffered injuries large and small. Those who participated in the attack were arrested and brought to justice for various crimes such as attempted murder and conspiring to commit terrorism. The sentence they all received was the death penalty. This case, controversial in multiple aspects, caused shock and outrage amongst many people. People had been holding dissatisfaction for society argued that the light punishment given to was unjust, and gradually began to support and defy the terrorists. And soon after, a second and third group of people began to follow in their footsteps, claiming to be noble terrorists. This is the origin of the Ashen Order, and the starting point of everything. Evidently, the early activists of the Ashen Orders were criminal, but their purpose was clear. They targeted various corrupt companies and violent criminals who had escaped the law, providing satisfaction to the public. The momentum of the Ashen Order was unstoppable, and the group gained a growing number of supporters and admirers. People who are tired of an unjust society starts to band together, attracted by the slogan of the Ashen Order, purging the unjust with our own hands. At that point, the Ashen Order had become more than just a group, but a social phenomenon spreading like a virus around the world. As time went on, the Ashen Order began to degenerate. Their vengeance gradually turned to anger and prejudice, and they began to hunt down and condemn anyone who deviated even slightly from their standards. The Ashen Order is not controlled by a single person, rather they are an unspecified group of people operating under the guise of anonymity. That is why no one in the Ashen Order takes accountability for the targets they've condemned. The standards they upheld inevitably varied from person to person, and those standards naturally degenerated as the numbers of participants increased. As a result, an environment formed in which people rushed to judgment while assuming the majority opinion to be the truth, and there were countless innocent victims. They themselves had probably noticed that their punishments had become a little more than a witch hunt to eliminate anyone they simply didn't like. However, this did not stop the activists of the Ashen Order. If anything, it accelerated their criminal acts. This is the response to the deaths of the innocent. It's their fault for not providing a sincere defense. Even if they were false accusations, it's an undeniable fact that they angered the people, so our actions are justified. He was once convicted of stealing bread because he couldn't stand the property of his childhood. Feel sorry for him? But what about the innocent bakery owner? Crime is a crime no matter the circumstances. You need to defend criminals. This is so real. This is actually so real, and it's so unfortunate that it's so real. That is what they are claiming truly justice. A world where the victims become perpetrators and the perpetrators become victims. Unless someone puts the brake on the Ashen Order, their overheated justice may continue until human extinction. This is the end of the post. The following appears to be comments shared on that post. Paranoia? Human extinction? The Ashen Order's here because humanity's already gone to shit by now. So what the hell are you trying to say? Stop writing? Isn't the world a better place thanks to that? Does anyone have the author's personal info? Shit, well, the author's fucking dead. Oh my god, there's so much to read. Phoenix Rebirth. Alright, let's get drawing. The frozen scenery of the art where everyone stands like a statue as usual. My feelings were still complicated after reuniting with Klein 2 years ago, but after recognizing that there is an end, I'm spending my days with more fulfillment than ever before. If I happen to get lonely, I can go meet that person like usual. Who should I draw this time? I wish I had some inspiration. It's been a long time since I've drawn a portrait of everyone in the arc. I've already drawn each person at least 3 times, and since I'm not able to change the pose of frozen people, it's bound to be difficult to get further inspiration. Hey, Sis. What can I do? Let's just draw my manager. Hey, Sis, don't move. Not like you can even if you wanted to. Although my eyes and hands are focused on drawing, my head is focused on something completely different. Well, even with all that's happened, the time is passing in our favor, and the project's definitely moving towards the end. The end. If the project ends, I will die. Unless the Ark project continues forever, my death is sealed. It's a sealed fate that can never change. Am I afraid of death? No, it's a little different. Rather, I want to continue my life. What I'm feeling is closer to a longing for life than a fear of death. A lingering desire for perpetual life, like this phoenix body that never stops burning. Oh, Sis starts talking. Oh. Why do you try so hard to live? Huh? Sis, who should have been frozen, thus unable to move, opens her mouth with a creepy smile. No, it's not Sis. Before I knew it, her appearance has changed. I was about to say, that's not Sis. What happened? This person is... You were born to die. So why are you trying so hard to live? What? That appearance. Hey, why don't you stop now? The more you try to do something, the more you'll end up clinging to life. Isn't that miserable? You're fated to die anyways. That's not true. What's not true? What do you hope to gain by trying so hard? In the end, once you go to the real world... Shut up! I won't die. I'm the immortal phoenix. What was that? A dream? When I came back to my senses, I found myself lying on the floor, and Sis, who looked like a different person a while ago, had returned to her original state. Did I doze off for a moment? Did I have an absurd dream because I've been thinking too much recently? In any case, I could tell that my body and mind were very exhausted and not in a normal condition. There is something I realized only recently. All the things I've been doing to kill time had slowly become a part of my life, one by one. Yes, I am alive. Since I'm alive, I can enjoy and tackle the countless things that life has to offer. What do you hope to gain by trying so hard? In the end, once you go to the real world. I don't want it to end like this. I want to keep living and feel like I'm alive. If you were to ask me what I would like to do if I kept living, I wouldn't be able to come up with a specific answer. But ever since I heard from Klein that the project was moving towards the end, the thought of wanting to live took root in my head and refused to leave. In times like this, maybe I should just go for a walk. What's happening? Still moving pretty well. Although the creaking noise seems to have gotten worse. What? It's been a long time since I've taken an excursion to the real world. Of course I didn't come out to the real world in person. Okay, I'm about to say you were a robot in this entire time? I'm only moving an unmanned robot in the real world by sending signals from this controller in the observation room. Although it feels too much like controlling an RC toy, this is the only way to make direct contact with the real world. I've been saying real world a lot. The inside of the shelter is extraordinarily quiet and it was in the exact same state as when we logged into the virtual world. Obviously so, because there is no human intervention. Aside from all the dust and some mild deterioration, everything was left in stasis since that day. Yeah, the hibernation room. The place where our bodies in the real world are sleeping. It was built on the largest scale amongst the facilities to accommodate all project participants, and the security is also the tightest. After a bit of consideration, I entered the hibernation room. I could see the faces of people in cold sleep through the glass window of the cryogenic pods. Sis, Azar, Leon, I see quite a few familiar faces. Everyone is deep and in a cold sleep. Sector C, Group 14, pod number 12, I think it was. I moved the robot towards a certain somewhere without hesitation. As if I've been controlling the unmanned robot all along for this very purpose. The robot's footstep finally halted, and what I saw through the goggles display was... It's you. I saw you in my dream a little while ago. Then it suddenly occurred to me. With this robot, I could at least meet you through the screen. My true self. Wait, what?
That was you? Oh, that makes sense. No wonder she was like, yeah, Phoenix and her was never in the same room. Damn, I thought Phoenix was a guy. I thought Phoenix was a guy this entire time. So it was you. That makes sense, cause yeah, cause when you were existing, Phoenix wasn't existing. Suddenly I remember a certain memory after looking at my peaceful expression in the real world. In the past, when every day felt like hell, the only time I could forget the pain was when I was sleeping. When the Ark project ends and you return to the real world, you'll start to suffer again. Live a life full of suffering. Yeah, dude, she was also like, yeah, like, I'm so glad I have this body now. Like, I can start walking around. Why didn't I put two and two together? And end your life in suffering. My body is already starting to reach its limits when the Ark project began. When everything's done with, how much time will I have left? 1 year? 1 month? I could die without even going a single day. I hate it. I don't want to wake up. I want you to wake up. I don't want you to suffer any longer. You were born to die. Why? Why do I have to die? The more you try to do something, the more you'll end up clinging to life. Isn't that miserable? You're fated to die anyway. No, I don't want to die. To live, I'm going to live. What do you hope to gain by trying so hard? In the end, once you go to the real world... Shut up! What's wrong with wanting to live? Yeah! Start screaming everywhere. It wasn't something that I did with any particular intent. Before I could even process my thoughts, my body was already controlling the robot and taking action. What did you do? Came to my senses, the real world in the display screen had been completely destroyed and reduced to rubble. To be specific, it was the observation room. All facilities that could monitor the state of the real world within the virtual world had been broken. Really done it. With this, the Ark project is done for. So trivially. In a laughably trivial manner, my impulsive action ended humanity. Yeah. I laugh involuntarily as the emptiness overwhelms me. After laughing for who knows how long, I started to move the robot outside the shelter as if I were possessed by something. Warning, you are escaping signal range. Please turn back the controller and return to the original position. Even if it's through a robot, how many hundreds of years have passed since I've walked on land? The world outside the shelter, the real world in the truest sense of the word. The scenery that I've only observed through the drones or cameras. Wait. Is Stella the betrayer? No, there's no. Okay, never mind. I'm just fucking cooking in my head and it's not cooking. It was... Okay. Still... Well... It was a world pure white. A world with nothing but snow and ice. Contrasting clear sky without a single cloud was a beautiful sight to behold.
Warning, you are escaping. Please turn back to Count Terminer and return to the original position. The unmanned robot continued to send warning messages, but it no longer reached my ear. My brain was working the hardest since the Ark project began to engrave the scenery onto the screen into my eyes. It's beautiful. A world without a civilization. In this white hull where not a single living being could be found, what I felt was freedom. I could go anywhere I wanted in this vast, endless snowscape. In this moment, I had more freedom than anyone else on the earth. I will likely never feel this kind of freedom again. But if I wasn't alive, I wouldn't have been able to see the scenery. Yes, to live is to be free. It doesn't matter what I want to live for. I don't need a reason for wanting to live. Being alive in and of itself is sufficient. As long as I'm alive, I can do anything and go anywhere. Finally, the signal from the unmanned robot was lost. With this, all means of connecting to reality within the virtual world have been destroyed. Live. I'm going to live for eternity. Approximately 56,000 days from the start of the Ark project. On this day, I betrayed humanity in order to live. Damn. Just like that, huh? Geo! Did you know about the country called Calum? This is a place where I was born. A very small country with extremely advanced genetic technology that's grown into its own corporate nation. Small but clean land with cutting-edge technology, abundant natural resources, and above all, enormous wealth accumulated through genetic technology. Depending on how you look at it, this place may seem like a dreamland without any worries. There are quite a few people who want to immigrate here. However, this country is not as peaceful as it seems. Although they're not obvious about it, Calum believes that only humans created with their superior genes are true humans. Huh? What do I mean? Put it simply, they manipulated the human genome. Children born in Calum have their genes manipulated and born with genes several times superior to that of an ordinary person. The reason why this is possible is because the government manages all births in the country. People of Calum are unable to have children with each other due to genetic modifications. Forced marrying people in other countries is also illegal. And how is a child born, you ask? Artificial embryos. If a couple in Calum wants to have a child, they must request one from the government. Calum also creates children on their own to increase the workforce. Thanks to their advanced genetic technology, Calum is able to control their own population. They're free from the problems of low birth rates. The problem is, as I mentioned before, they believe only people created with their superior genes are true humans. They deliberately optimize the human genome and pump out superhumans as if they were creating video game characters. Because of this, the people of Calum have the perception that they're the most superior beings on Earth, and that people from other countries are inferior. They think in the not-so-distant future, only the people of Calum will prosper as the other inferior beings die out from natural selection. That's the kind of awful ideology this country has. What about me? Of course, I'm also a child born in Calum with modified genes. But I'm a little different from other kids. My genes are even more superior compared to the others. To put it simply, I was a genius among geniuses. Sound like a show-off? Well, that's understandable. It is true that I'm special. But even someone like me had a major flaw. See, I was extremely lazy. Imagine the type of person who could do anything if they tried but never bothered to do so. I never understood the reason, but everything felt tiresome to me. Eating, food, working, sleeping. Later on, even breathing felt like a chore. While I was wasting away my years, tired of doing anything, a certain incident happened that changed my life forever. One day I suddenly felt a little unwell, so I went to the hospital to get a checkup. The doctor finished the examination and spoke to me with a serious expression. You will soon die. What's this all of a sudden? Yeah, I didn't know what was going on either. Dude, if I read this, I probably would have put 2 and 2 together. That is until I realized I was a regulation subject selected by the Life Regulation Act. There is a law in Kalon where one person is randomly selected from all children born in that year to become a regulation subject. Without ever knowing this fact, the subject lives a normal life and grows and grows until, on the midnight they go from a teenager to an adult, they die. Why does this law exist? The purpose, officially stated by the government, is to make us realize the value of life in a situation where we could die at any moment. That's such a bullshit law and you know it. You're gonna die anyways. As I said, it's impossible for anyone around you, including yourself, to know that you've been designated as the subject. So it was only after the midnight you became an adult that you could feel at ease knowing you were not the subject. Bro, it's like finding out your cancer, but the government pretty much telling you, yeah, that was on purpose. Like, it's the same effect. Oh, you have cancer. Oh, by the way, that was planned all along. Or if you're the victim, you may find out even before becoming an adult. That's right, I was only born so that I could die. On the day I died, the passing of the regulation subject would have been announced, and I would have become a hero who died for the sake of our country. The others who survived would see my death and learn the value of their own lives. Sure. Could you accept it? The fact you had to die just for that? I couldn't. And from that day on, I, the person who was once too lazy to do anything, gained a new goal. Survive. I did everything I possibly could in order to survive. According to my research, I found medicine being sold through a black market that could delay the death of people like me. To cover the cost of this medicine, I did all that I could to earn money. As a minor, the things I could do were mainly IT-related work using computers. Fortunately, I had talent, so I was able to save more money than most ordinary people. Even so, it wasn't enough to cover the cost of that expensive medicine. Huh? What about my parents? Of course, at first my dad worked to the bone trying to delay my death. He was a KM citizen to the core, but maybe he still couldn't accept that his daughter had to be the one to die for the country. Even though we weren't rich, we went as far as to borrow money from private loans to buy the medicine. Thanks to that, we were able to stock up on several months' worth of medicine, but that's when the problem began. Because of the medicine, we were in a mountain of debt that couldn't possibly be repaid through normal work. And my dad was fired from his job and blacklisted from various financial institutions, leaving him basically unable to make money. I tried my best to earn at least our bare minimum living expenses, but having to buy more medicine made that very difficult. My dad, stressed as he was, started to lay hands on alcohol even though he wasn't a drinker, and he eventually started shouting harsh words at me. It's all because of you. You ruined our family. Why did it have to be my daughter? I wonder why. Why did it have to be me? I didn't know either. Anyways, my dad said nothing but the truth. It was true that this all happened because of me. I was suffering from guilt. I ended up doing something I never should have. What do you think it was? That's right. It was crime. Crime using the computer. And the most profitable of them all, hacking. Hacking the account data of unspecified people with poor security and transferring all of their money to a virtual account. The money laundering process was a hassle, but it was nothing compared to the amount of hard work you had to put into a normal job. The pay was still breads and crumbs compared to our growing debt, but I'd hoped my dad would cheer up after seeing a bag of money for once. And soon I realized that I should have never done something like that. My dad, who had already been broken at that point, asked for the source of money. Then I found out I could easily make the money through hacking. He then put a lock on the bag and ordered me to earn more money if I wanted the medicine. His reasoning was that since this debt was all my fault, I should be the one to repay it. From then on, my dad never went outside, and except for when I was sleeping, he constantly stayed next to me and watched over me. First, he sometimes got blind drunk and cried about how sorry he was. But even that disappeared as time went by, and after a certain point, he started to give me no feelings at all. He gave up treating me, whose death was already confirmed, as a daughter, as a human being. I was only the money-making machine for the family. A life where only salvation was received, getting a day's worth of medicine after handing over the dirty money I'd earned from crime. Thought I couldn't go on like this, so one day I made up my mind and stole the bag of medicine while my dad was asleep and ran away. Less than a day later, I was unfortunately discovered and forced back home. The way my dad glared at me back then, I still remember it in vivid detail. Filled with anger that I've never seen before, he said he knew this was going to happen and looked at me like he had finally found a reason to hate me. Then, to make sure I could never run away again, he cut off one of my legs. I didn't realize that. Oh, sorry, was that too violent? Please hold on just a little longer. I'm almost done. So, well, it was just the same after that. I no longer had the will to live or the will to resist my dad, so the only thing I did was make more money. Was it around then, the precursor of the great catastrophe started to become more serious? One day my dad was away from home all day and I was focused on hacking like usual, having long given up on running away. At around dinner time, he came back to the room holding a kitchen knife in one hand and he looked at me and said this. The catastrophe becomes serious and the government falls apart, you might not be able to receive compensation. You've already struggled for enough, so let's end this here. I only found out about this later, but when a subject of the Life Regulation Act dies, a huge amount of compensation is given to the family members. This is a top secret matter that neither the government nor the recipient should disclose, but my dad must have found out after hearing about it from the black market dealers. That's right, trying to drown out the sorrow of families who lost their loved ones with a load of money, a horrendous law. Anyways, back to the story. As the catastrophe approached and the Calum government began to lose its footing, my dad became anxious. The original plan was to have me make money until the verge of death and receive the compensation too once I died, but he must have changed his mind as the situation worsened. To kill me and get the compensation before the situation becomes even worse. My dad approached me, holding a kitchen knife and with an expression that seemed void of emotions. How do I put it? Even though things had come to this, I surprisingly didn't feel anything. Maybe I had lost my emotions when I lost that leg. After a while, when I came back to my senses, I don't know how long it had been since I felt such strong emotions. The emotion that disappeared when my leg was cut off came back in the worst form. How I ended up stabbing my dad, I don't really know. Was it because he was very drunk? If not, did my survival instincts come back to life? Either way, the only thing I was able to do was scream and cry for however long I could. And that's the end of the story, and the story of my life. Huh? What happened after that? I see. If things ended here, you wouldn't be able to know how I got into this project. You're right, the story has a different true ending. Soon after this happened, a certain someone came to visit me. That's right, it was your dad. Oh, okay, so we're Lucy right now. What a sight. I came here in person to see what kind of shameless lowlife would hack into our project bank account. But it seems I've walked into something outrageous. Who are you? My name is Klein. I'm the executive manager of the Ark project, a project that will save humanity. You happen to be Phoenix. The idea of the hacker who stole our project funds. It's you, isn't it? Well, if I didn't find out who Phoenix was from all of this, I found out now. It's clear to see that you're dealing with your own share of problems. First things first, I'd like to hear your side of the story. Would you come with me? Nice. Oh my gosh, so many more. Jesus Christ, oh my gosh. Year 1, November 9th, Security Team Work Report, filed by Security Team Leader, Bebe. Title, regarding the aftermath of the mine burial incident. Right, that happened. It's been so long. It's been a year for me. Synopsis, the incident occurred about 3 weeks ago at a mine located 7 kilometers from the village. It was like something about, if you're buried underground, how would you respond? Would you keep responding there? And you'd just be infinitely dying and suffocating? Or would you respond elsewhere? I was pretty sure. I was like, why didn't they design a respawn point? According to the scan results, it was confirmed that 7 of civilians were buried in a tunnel 200 meters underground, and the 2nd platoon of security team was dispatched to the scene. In addition to the rescue team served as a practical test for the artifacts, as we had to obtain permission from command to use artifact No 1 and 2. Mission execution details are as follows. First of all, No 2 was used to solidify all terrains in danger of collapse to create a safe route to the site of the accident. Upon arrival at the site of the accident, we visually confirmed that the location of buried civilians and No 1 was used to successfully teleport the rescue squadron on all 7 civilians back to the surface. Except for a few people who expressed post-traumatic stress disorder, all civilians have safely returned to their daily lives and no abnormalities have been confirmed so far. Footnote 1. Attached below is the instruction manual text for Artifact No 1 and No 2. This is Leon, the head of the development team. I would first like to thank all the security team members for working hard day and night on busy duty. The artifacts you created are still prototypes, and because we rushed their production, they might have unexpected consequences or create dangerous scenarios. Please follow the usage guidelines below and please return the artifacts to the development team as soon as you are done using them. No 1 is a portable teleportation device. Looks like okay. Enter your number and coordinates. Okay. Report all objects in contact with the user, so make sure to avoid unnecessary contact. And also return to the original coordinates using the clear button. Please double click for any incorrect decimal places or wrong coordinates and use accurate coordinates only. Now 2 is a material solidifier. The area touched by the end of the stick can be hardened and fixed in place for a certain period of time. Hardened objects ignore the effects of gravity. You can even adjust the strength to a negative number to soften the objects. So try utilizing this to clear the path. However, be careful not to set the strength too high or else this could cause the air layer around the stick to harden. Also, the duration is not very long, so you must hurry. Follow up although the first practical deployment of the artifacts was a success, there were still a number of areas to be improved, such as the instability issues of No 2 and the safety issues of No 1. In particular, No 1 had an issue where a pickaxe that was placed at the teleport coordinates overlapped with the foot of a security team member, which caused the pickaxe to partially disappear around the foot. Thus, we do not recommend using the artifact until we can confirm if this can happen to living beings, and until we sit through it. So okay, so I guess you can just kind of disintegrate someone by teleporting into them. In addition, I would like to address the growing popularity of the anti-researcher forces that have recently begun to emerge on the civilian side. While it was a necessary choice for the rescue operation, we are concerned about the public opinion of displaying artifacts in front of the civilians. The troubling is that the security team has the most contact with civilians in their duty is increasingly becoming the target of resentment. You have no problem with playing the villain, but as the situation becomes more extreme, that much more pressure is placed on the security team. We would like to request for improvements in working conditions or additional supervision of civilians. No, forget it. Those bastards wouldn't have listened even if I wrote this. The best we'd get is more criticism. Oh wait, it's Bebe? Ironheart? It has to be that. It has to be him. I stopped tapping on the keyboard and after a moment of contemplation, I pressed the backspace key and erased the contents of my protests. We in the security team are researchers, but we're also not researchers. Oh, you are Ironheart? Oh my god. The team Ironheart I lead was hired by the Ark project under the name of the security team. They cleanly segregate us from the original project personnel and do not truly consider us as one family. Despite that, whenever they're in hot water, we quickly become agents of the researchers and are used as scapegoats. We're the ones bearing the brunt of all the insults from civilians, and our crew facing a lot of emotional struggles because of that. The researchers treat us as civilians, and the civilians treat us as researchers. It's a vague position where we don't fit into any other group. It's no wonder we're all stressed out. But there's nothing we can do. In order to protect my colleagues from the freezing world, I had no choice but to borrow someone else's power. For us folk who don't even know how to fight, and no choice but to entrust ourselves to others who had the power to survive the great catastrophe. This report, I'd rather rewrite it from scratch. Maybe I can at least negotiate for a raise. Damn, that sucks. Dad's diary. Dear diary. Year 2, July 23rd. I got into another fight with Lucy. She kept insisting she wanted to go to the civilians' town to visit her friends, so I ended up losing control of my emotions. Currently, the civilian group is like a ticking time bomb that could go off at any moment. With the dissatisfaction towards the researchers at an all-time high, there's no telling what will happen if Lucy, the daughter of the executive manager, falls into their sights. No matter how much I tell her this is for her own sake, it doesn't seem to make much sense for my younger daughter. Times like this, being a single parent weighs especially heavy upon me. Year 2, July 29th. Today I learned that Lucy went out to the civilians' town without telling me. In the end, nothing came of it, but it almost feels like a miracle that she came out unscathed in this atmosphere. I was more concerned about Lucy and then I was angry. Even if she can't die, even if it's a virtual world, this is a matter that can't be dismissed so easily. Lucy is still young. I don't want to subject her to terrible experiences, even when she's scarcely had good ones to begin with. So now I've been taking a wait-and-see approach, but if things get any worse, the worst case scenario, I'd have to consider using that. Using what? Year 2, August 1st. In the end, I once again chose the path of being hated by my daughter for her sake. I mentioned that remains as dummy data on a separate dimension within the Ark program. It's a completely isolated space, off limits to all but authorized personnel. Not even the loop system can affect. In order to protect Lucy from the constant danger she's supposed to, I've decided to shelter her for a while in this mansion that no one can enter or leave. Until some semblance of order is restored within the Ark, until it's okay for her to roam around freely, I'll keep her safe. Of course, Lucy has no say in this decision. Lucy won't be able to understand, and she'll resent me more than ever before. As long as I can keep Lucy safe, I'm content with that. The remaining pages are turned off and unreadable. Yeah. Klein's memory. I should have read Daughter's Diary first. It's the opening ceremony soon. The first day in the virtual world and the start of the Ark project. For myself and Phoenix, who've set our memories to not be reset even after the loop, this will be the second opening ceremony. I prepared for this scenario, but I really did not expect to use the loop so quickly. Solved the issue for now, but my mind was distraught because nothing was going according to plan. First, let's organize my thoughts. There's still some time left until the opening ceremony. I decided to download the data recorded in the archive during the last loop to summarize only the major events. There must be something that we missed. Year 1, May 6th, the Ark project was launched in earnest. Life in the virtual world began and the opening ceremony ended successfully. Year 1, October 18th, a mine collapse resulting in an accident in which civilians were buried. In the end, we were able to get everyone out without any serious injury, but it did alert the civilians of the existence of artifacts. Year 1, October 28th, as a follow-up measure to the mine burial incident, we decided to distribute Artifact No. 4, known as the Return Stone, to each civilian. Commonly seen in video games, it's an artifact that allows you to easily teleport to the town square from anywhere at any time. With this, you don't need to suffer the pain of being trapped somewhere like mines. Year 1, November 2nd, during the Return Stone distribution event, civilians sneaked into the control center and stole an artifact. The lone perpetrator was a civilian named Beatrix, and it seems she had taken advantage of the lack of security during the event. The stolen artifact was a restaurant tray that spawns food and is one of the most important artifacts responsible for the researchers' meals. The tray was safely retrieved by the security team, but a dispute arose between civilians and researchers in the processes. Losing my voice. There were clashes between the security teams distributing the return stones and the civilians claiming there were inequalities in living standards. While resolving this situation, the security team fired live ammunition at the civilians. While there were no casualties to the protector, the public opinion among civilians worsened significantly. To be honest, I knew from the very beginning that the public opinion among civilians wouldn't be positive. And I did not expect the civilians to act according to our intentions in the first place. And I thought anything was possible from minor confrontations to major clashes.
My voice.
Of course, in their point of view, it could have seemed unfair that we lived comfortably with artifacts while they had to do everything themselves. Originally, I was planning to let the civilians slowly adapt to life on the Ark and gradually raise their living standards under the premise of mutual respect. But the problem was that it was far too fast. It didn't even take a half a year, let alone a single year, for the public opinion to hit rock bottom. And this created an atmosphere in which both parties could not trust each other. While the return stone was a follow-up measure, it was also an attempt at resisting the public opinion to some extent, though it had failed spectacularly. No, maybe the outcome would have been the same even if there was no theft. Thus the pace at which the public opinion fell was already well beyond normal. As if someone was continuously planting a bad impression of the researchers. Year 2, May 6, we celebrated the first anniversary of the Ark project. Civilian participation was exceedingly low, but a few people and researchers managed to complete the event without much trouble. Shortly after the event, I consulted with Chio after her wanting to change her avatar. Apparently, after tolerating it for a year, her phantom pain had become unbearable. I've never heard of anyone getting phantom pain from virtual world avatar, but perhaps it was caused by some kind of calculation error. I was concerned about the disruption it could cause to the project, but I gave Chio permission to use the avatar converter just once. To get rid of the phantom pain, Chio abandoned her human avatar and instead took on the form of a bird, calling herself Phoenix after her hacker name. So I still don't know who the traitor is. Year 2, June 6, several rules were established to address the excessive violence and disorder caused by civilians. A security team was supplied in ships to maintain order. The backlash from the civilians were overwhelming, but they could no longer be left to their own devices. Year 2, September 23rd, the civilians marched to the front of the research area and started a violent protest. While confronting the security team, they started throwing homemade bombs they had made from scrap metal. All the smoke, explosions, and gunfire from the security team responding to the protests, the research area quickly descended into chaos. While the two forces were fighting frantically, they suddenly noticed painful screams and red blood coming from everywhere, and they stopped moving. The protector that was guarding everyone's lives was no longer functioning. Both civilians and researchers were panicked by the unexpected casualties, and although the protector was belatedly reactivated, we were unable to revive those who had already died. The situation is then diffused as the frightened civilians retreat. It's here. The turning point in which life on the Ark, shaky as it was, began to decisively collapse. And this was also the moment I was convinced there was a betrayer within the Ark project. The Protector. A system that keeps the avatar in this virtual world safe from physical dangers such as death and pain. Thanks to the Protector, the avatars in the virtual world cannot die, grow old, or fall sick, and can theoretically live indefinitely as long as the virtual world is maintained. The moment this is turned off, you can feel pain or die at any time, even in this virtual world. So it is one of the core systems that must be maintained at all times. But to think the Protector was conveniently disabled at just the right time when the civilians came to protest. This can only be attributed to someone's intervention. The question then is, who could it be? Year 2, September 27th, after the violent protest, interaction with the civilians was completely cut off. The civilians thought the researchers had deliberately disabled the Protector to kill them, and they seemed to have lost any desire to interact with the researchers. Likewise, the researchers were divided into two opinions, that it was right to split up because the civilians attacked first, or that we should try to interact with them until the end. The atmosphere was worsening here as well. In order to resolve this situation as quickly as possible, the development team worked on creating an artifact that could resurrect dead people. The resurrection artifact may sound impressive at first glance, but in reality it is merely recycling the respawn function in the game system's dummy data. Dying in the virtual world is only a temporary deactivation of the avatar. It's entirely possible to revive people using their memory data. Even so, without the help of Azar, an actual game engineer, it would have been difficult to retrieve that dummy data. The point the casualties occurred, I could have resolved the situation with the loop, but I thought it would be more productive to use a respawn function instead of resetting everything. There's also a rare opportunity to collect data on reactions of a group in an emergency situation. But in retrospect, this turned to be a serious mistake. If I had activated the loop right away, at least that wouldn't have happened. Year 2, so I feel okay. I want to start working on it more quickly, but due to the strongest opposition, the original plan was to inform civilians of the resurrection artifact and restore relations by using the successive regulations and resolving complaints through in-depth mutual discussion. I thought if they realized that the dead people could be brought back to life, they'd calm down and listen to us a little bit more. But then something unexpected happened. After hearing reports that 2 members of the security team went missing while out on patrol, we tracked them down and learned the shocking truth: that the civilians had kidnapped them. Somehow they unlocked the gate to the real world in the town square, and once the civilians noticed they were being watched, sprung into action as if they wanted us to see. They opened the gate, and after dragging along one of the security team members they caught, they pushed him out and banished him to the real world. Wow. Unlike the researchers, the civilians were afraid that death in the virtual world might have some effects on their bodies in the real world. That's why, now that the Protector had been reactivated, they've taken their revenge in the only way that they can hurt the researchers. We immediately saw from the real world side of the cameras that the security team member had woken up from the cold sleep, and we watched as he begged for his life in the cold as he slowly froze to death. For us in the virtual world, there was nothing we could do but watch. The civilians had sent off one person, gained the upper hand, and began negotiating with the researchers, using the life of the remaining security team member as hostage. Unless their demands were met, they were going to send the remaining person to the real world the same way. Regardless of the development of the resurrection artifact, the situation had already become irreversible. Damn. The last record of the previous loop was on year 2, September 30th. Immediately after this, I activated the loop without hesitation to prevent any more people from dying in the real world. People who die in the virtual world can be revived with the artifacts or the loop, but there's nothing we can do for people who've gone out to the real world. Gate. Frankly, it makes no sense. There's no way the civilians could have opened the gate that's locked with a program code. In addition, the plan to kill the researchers using the gate is probably not a method the civilians would readily think of. Then is this also the betrayer? After the casualties occurred in the violent protests, the atmosphere of the Ark was in a chaotic and disorderly state. Not to mention the civilians, the researchers came close to fighting multiple times because they had opposing opinions. Under these circumstances, it would have been difficult for the betrayer to communicate with the civilians without being seen by the others. No, maybe that's not necessarily true. It might be rash to assume that the betrayer had to be amongst the researchers. Of course, it may seem like disabling the Protector and locking the gate could have only been done by a researcher, but it's also possible for a civilian to have tinkered with the system in the real world before entering the virtual world, or to have stolen and studied information on the researcher's side. In any case, we need to find the betrayer as soon as possible. About a bit of time at the loop, but as long as the betrayer remains unchecked, the second loop will soon follow the same path as the first. Fine, are you there? What's wrong, Phoenix? There's still some time left until this opening ceremony. Fine, I'm asking just in case. The only people who retain memories after the loop are you and me, just the two of us, right? Yes, but is there some kind of problem? Some people's memories. Yeah, I don't know, just come see for yourself. It's total chaos right now, you know? An ominous feeling washes over me once again. Can't be. I even used my last resort, the loop. I went this far and yet there's still some kind of problem remaining. Lead me to them. I need to see for myself just what happened. Am I ever gonna find out who the betrayer is? Well, there's still like a few more things. Oh wow. Beginning of the real world. I can't even like open that yet. Wow. And there's like lock files too with the friendship. Phoenix, where's Phoenix? I haven't used Johan yet? Where the fuck is Johan? Oh, it's probably the bow guy. Where's Phoenix? Yeah, where is Phoenix? I guess Phoenix was a story thing. Ark. Cryogenic pods. Warning, warning. Still can't see the outside camera, huh? Alright, one more, because I'm losing my voice. August 4th, the weather is rainy. It's been 3 days since my dad locked me in this mansion. Thought I needed to organize some clues at this point, so I'm going to keep diary starting from today. I've been looking around for a hidden door for 3 days straight to no avail. A window that for some reason I can't open or break, even though I can clearly see through it. A corridor that never ends, a furnace that's completely blocked off. The only way in and out of the house is through the front door, which only opens when my dad comes in. So sneaking out seems like a challenge. My dad locked me up, I still can't believe it. He says it's for my sake, but I don't know what he means. I wish he'd at least explain what's going on. Anyway, I have to find a way out here somehow. I even had plans to go out with my friends, until at least tell them I won't be seeing them for a while. But my dad won't even allow that. It's always like that. Doesn't listen to anything I say. I hate my dad. August 11th. The weather is cloudy. Been 10 days since I was trapped in this mansion. My dad still seems to have no intention of letting me out of here. Still, I made some progress. I had a bit of a serious talk with my dad. Summarized what my dad said, it seems there's something bad going on amongst the civilians. And my dad locked me in here to get me out of it. I still don't have a good impression of my dad, but I now at least understand what he's doing this for a reason. I'm partially to blame for not listening to him when he told me to stay out of the village. But hearing that worries me in a different way. The outside world is bad enough for my dad to take me into hiding. What about the others? What about Merlin and Joey? What's happening to my friends? For the time being, I don't think I can escape from here, so I'll have to ask my dad tomorrow. It's possible for my friends to be protected here with me. Although I doubt my stubborn dad will listen to me. I should at least give it a try. August 17th. The weather is clear. It's been 16 days since I was trapped in this mansion. I'm still here alone. I don't know why, but my dad doesn't seem to care about protecting anyone but me. He told me I don't need to worry too much, but I honestly think that's a lie. If it really were a situation I didn't need to worry about, he wouldn't have locked me in here. But I'm done worrying because I'm getting out of here. I don't think my dad noticed, but if you look closely, there are crevices all over this mansion that seems to lead to the outside. I have to look more closely on the exact structure, but hopefully I can sneak out without my dad knowing. I just realized she's writing this using crayon. I'm worried about my friends. I want to go see them. September 1st, a cloudy day. It's been 1 month since I was trapped in this mansion. Lately I've been focused on making a violin. When I see Merlin again, I'm going to give her this violin, and I can't talk. I'm going to gift her this violin I made myself. She told me she was going to play the violin for me the next time we met. It's really difficult to make, but I have plenty of time. I'll definitely complete it with my own hands. As for the escape, I'm making progress slowly but steadily. One thing I can know at this point is that the crevices are connected to the outside of the mansion, but not where I was originally. There's a huge barrier standing in the way, and I don't see anything beyond it, so I don't think I can get out of here physically. Maybe it's because this is a virtual world. It seems like only the front door that my dad uses is connected to where I was originally. I wonder if I can somehow use the return stone I got from Annie. It could get me to the village instantly. October 1st. Been 2 months since I was trapped in this mansion. The day has finally come. Or I'm going to make the escape from this mansion. My preparations are perfect. The return stone I brought with me at first, I thought it was broken since it didn't respond, but that wasn't it. I think it's made so that it can't be used in this mansion. When I tried going out through a crevice and standing as far away from the mansion as I could, I got a response. Now that I know I can use the return stone, all that's left to do is prepare. I finished the violin and got a present for Joey too. I made sure Dad is busy tomorrow. It's the perfect timing to escape. I can finally meet with everyone after 2 months. Kind of nervous, I don't know if I can sleep with my heart pounding like this. Uh-oh, music. October 2nd, weather is rainy. How did this happen? I went to the village and met with my friends, but everyone treated me like a stranger. And for some reason I was chased by the villagers. The violin also got broken. I worked so hard to make it. I asked my dad, but he wouldn't tell me anything. It's always the same, we'll sort things out soon enough, so be patient and stay in the mansion. Are things really going to be okay? Will my friends remember me again? Why did my friends forget about me? I don't understand anything. I want to play with everyone again. The weather? I don't know. I wonder how long it's been since I was trapped in this mansion. I wonder how long I have to stay here. My friends forgot about me, and I'm alone. This huge mansion, I'm forever alone. Even my dad used to visit me every day, almost never comes by anymore. It's always been that way. When I needed him the most, he was never there for me. I want to turn back time. I want to go back to those days when I was happy with everyone. I still don't know who the betrayer is. Hold up. Yeah, see? Just trying to figure out if there's a clue who the betrayer is. Yeah, so it can't be Azor, so I knew that. Haru. Okay. So I still don't know who the betrayer is then. So that's why I thought it wasn't Azor, because it was this specific scene. So it's not Azor, so I don't know who it is. I still don't know who the betrayer is. I was thinking it might be Stella, but I was like, wait. Would it be Stella? I don't know. But oh well. Oh, beginning of it. Oh my god, why is there another one? Oh, my voice. Voice. Okay, maybe we'll find out who the betrayer is now. See, I knew you could do it. Not only did you deceive Klein, but you destroyed all the observation equipment and abandoned the robot in a place the signal wouldn't reach. Well done, Phoenix. Very well done. With this, the Ark project is done for. You're going on and on about how I'm a betrayer, and yet you're no different from me. And wait to see how Klein reacts to this. I know, I feel sorry for Klein, but the moment I saw myself in reality, I had no choice but to do this. I'm not trying to mock you or anything. Rather, I gain a higher opinion of you. But you were just a nuisance to talk nonsense every single day. I never thought you had this kind of determination. Your praises mean nothing to me. So what are you gonna do now? Huh? There's no way to check the real world anymore, and there's no way to go out to either. I'm asking what you're going to do from now on. Well, I guess I'll continue living somehow. What's your plan for when Klein wakes up? Set the timer was set for him to wake up every 10 years. When he wakes up, there's no way he'll leave you alone. That's, really are empty-handed, aren't you? I think you'd make such a heavy decision about a single plan. Of course I have a plan. The mighty Phoenix's plan is to, live in this world happily ever after. You mean inside this virtual world? In that case, I can help you. What? Free me from this cell, Phoenix. Let's join forces. I have just the plan for you. Join forces, you and me. What's there to lose? Both betrayers who turned our backs on Klein. I wish for the failure of the Ark project, and you wish to live in this virtual world forever. Our goals are now aligned, don't you think? Alright, at least listen to what you have to say. The betrayer of the Ark project. The reason why the Ark project is frozen as it is now. The person infiltrated the Ark project with the purpose of ruining the project and sincerely wishes for the failure of the Ark project. Thus, the extinction of all of humanity included themselves. Even if I am the same boat for betraying Klein, this person is still definitely aiming for end of the Ark project. That's not grammatically correct. I think I was just missing a the. I don't know what kind of nonsense they'll try to spin at this flashy speech, so it'd be best to just listen half-heartedly. So what's this plan of yours? The master permissions, Phoenix, you know about the master permissions, don't you? It's a godlike authority that lets you act as the administrator and manipulate anything within this virtual world. You have to use that power. You're telling me to become the program master and make this world last forever. Well, that wouldn't be so bad either. That's only if you can become the master in the first place. Problem is, the master permissions can only be obtained through a vote. I know that too, that's why I ruled out the master permissions in the first place. There's no guarantee that I will be voted as a program master, and with how the Ark is frozen right now. Just wait. This is where my plan comes into play. How about we do a mafia game, huh? What do you mean mafia game? Here's the plan I came up with. First, to meet the minimum headcount required for voting, we unfreeze select individuals, wipe their memories, and gather them at a control center. After that, we tell them that they must select a program master within the time limit and that there's a betrayer hiding within us. Is this how Azar became program master? Oh, because Klein wasn't there, technically speaking. It was Phoenix always pushing. Once we seal the building using an artifact, the game can finally begin. With me as a participant and you as the host. By announcing the fact that there is a betrayer, you're creating a situation where they have no choice but to be suspicious of each other. So what happens after that? Like a duck to water, the betrayer laid out the detailed plans for this mafia game. Even considering the fact that this person was the betrayer and I was strapped for ideas, the plan that the betrayer suggested seems sufficient for achieving both of our goals. Incredible. This plan might actually work. You've been planning this the whole time you were stuck here. Oh yeah. There's one problem I have with this. If you join the game as a participant, that means you can also become the master, right? If I earn the other people's trust and obtain their votes, that is certainly possible. Don't worry, if that happens, I promise to turn this virtual world into an eternal one, as you wish. As if I'd rather leave fish to a cat. It's obvious what would happen if the Ark project became the master, but you want to just believe you? If it really bothers you, you can just reveal my identity, right? All you need to say is, I'm the betrayer and I'll lose all their trust in an instant. That's true, but Phoenix, the only reason why I'm participating is to guide the game according to our intentions. You experienced it firsthand, right? How I tried to ruin the Ark project? Things like this are my specialty. I guess there's no choice. Even if I decline your offer, it's not like I have any other plan, and I need something before Klein wakes up. Fine, let's try it. We'll bring forth the program master with our own hands, and we'll use that to power to create an everlasting world. Good choice. And it's all settled, right? Let's create an everlasting world for our mighty Phoenix. Ray reached out their hand from behind the iron bars. Sure, must be planning to become the master while pretending to help me. Dude, let me find out. As I have no choice but to pretend like I'm being deceived and accept the offer. Who's the betrayer? Alright. Stretch out my wings and grab the betrayer's hand. So who's it gonna be? The one who will become the master and create an everlasting world for us? Azar. We'll make Azar into the master. So we still, okay, so it's not, okay. We still don't know who it is. I don't know who it is anyways. Please, no more. No more, please. No more. Let my voice rest. I want to rest my voice. Perfect. Alright, that's gonna be it. That is gonna be it. Next time, we're probably gonna try to beat the game, because apparently I haven't beaten it yet. Maybe I'll increase the difficulty.